Nevada just approved Tesla for up to 5,000 robotaxis. But that number is not the thing to look at. Tesla Robotaxi is already running in several cities, and the approvals, the driverless status, and the actual vehicle counts differ enormously between them. Good morning, this is Ken. Here is the conclusion first. Tesla Robotaxi has already started in multiple cities, but the challenge right now is not adding more approved territory. It is turning a small working operation into a repeatable business at scale. One question today. Tesla keeps adding approved and operating cities. So why is this still not a nationwide service? We map where it actually stands across the US and what is holding back the scale-up. One framing first. Robotaxi coverage gets discussed as if it were one thing. It is 6. Approved, testing, operating with a safety driver, operating fully driverless, vehicle count verifiable, only a fleet ceiling set. Those are 6 completely different stages, and today we keep them apart. Start with the news. On August 20, the Nevada Transportation Authority approved Tesla's Autonomous Vehicle Network Company permit. That clears up to 5,000 vehicles across Clark County. Before this, Tesla had 10 vehicles on a narrow stretch of the Las Vegas Strip. The regulatory ceiling went up 500 times. Here is the part that matters. At the same meeting, Tesla's Cybercab chief engineer said this: 5,000 has always been a ceiling for us. I don't think we'll be in a position by this time next year to deploy 5,000 vehicles. We would be extremely happy to get to around 2,500. Tesla itself is saying 5,000 is the roof, not the plan. Now the real subject. Tesla lists 6 cities as robotaxi service areas: Austin, Dallas, and Houston in Texas, Miami, Orlando, and Tampa in Florida. In the Q2 materials, all 6 are marked as ramping unsupervised. But they are not all at the same stage. The San Francisco Bay Area is listed with a safety driver. Phoenix and Las Vegas are marked as preparations underway. 6 cities unsupervised, 1 region with a driver, 2 in preparation. The number of locations and the number of driverless operations are different counts. The regulatory frameworks do not match either. Nevada has a structure that sets a maximum fleet size, which is what just happened. Texas has a commercial autonomous vehicle program, but not a published statewide vehicle filling of the same kind. Florida is relatively open and limits what local governments can impose on their own. In California, what Tesla holds is a testing permit with a safety driver, which means there is no comparable number in any other state to set beside Nevada's 5,000. So how many are actually operating? Tesla does not publish per city active vehicle counts. Cars spotted on social media are not operating vehicles. Cars parked in a lot are not either. Not being able to measure the size of this business from outside is itself part of the problem. There is a usable figure, though. Reporting puts Tesla's entire unsupervised robotaxi fleet at roughly 20 vehicles operating at the same time across the US. 6 cities of coverage, about 20 cars running at once. That is where this actually stands. There is a second number worth noticing. Austin, the first city, peaked near 25 vehicles in late April. It has drifted down since, according to reporting. More cities on the map, and the original city is not growing. Worth separating two kinds of numbers here. Roughly 86 Model Is are reported as registered for robotaxi service in Austin. Meanwhile, about 20 driverless vehicles operate nationwide at once. Registered and actually carrying passengers are different things. That gap described the current situation better than anything else. Approvals went up 500 times. The city count reached 6, and the fleet did not expand. So what is holding it? 6 factors in order. First, per city driving environments and safety validation. Street layouts differ, traffic behavior differs, weather differs, and the conditions under which fully driverless operation is allowed differ too. Nevada's interim order required appropriate human supervision. In Austin, Tesla has run with no in-car monitor since January. Same company, different terms by region. Second, remote assistance and emergency handling. A driverless car on the road means somebody responds from a distance when something happens. That takes staff. It also takes agreements with fire and EMS. Scale the fleet and you scale that too. The easily overlooked one is ground infrastructure. Charging, cleaning, servicing, and somewhere to sit between rides. Running 100 cars means providing 100 cars worth of all that. This is not only a software problem. Then demand. When, where, and how much people ride varies by city. Too many vehicles and utilization drops. Few and wait times push riders away. The right number of cars in the right places is its own hard problem. And regulation. As we saw, the states do not share a framework. What worked in one does not simply carry over to the next. Expansion is closer to starting over each time than to repeating a process. And one Tesla has stated itself. The company has said it will not meaningfully scale the fleet until the next version of FSD ships. That is expected late 2026 or early 2027. So today's fleet size may be a deliberate hold rather than a capability limit. Here, the views split. Outside analysis says the bottleneck is software, not permits and not hardware. But at the Nevada hearing, Tesla's engineer said the reason they will not reach 5,000 is not the technology. Outside voices say technology is the wall. Tesla says it is not. Which one is right is not yet settled. There is a strategy choice too. What runs today is Model Y, and Tesla says Nevada starts with Model Y as well. Cybercab is the purpose-built vehicle with no steering wheel and no pedals. Flood the fleet with Model Es, or wait for Cybercab volume production. That choice sets the pace of expansion. Back to Nevada. The approved ceiling is 5,000. The number Tesla itself called realistic is around 2,500, and roughly 20 driverless vehicles operate nationwide at once today. 5,000 is regulatory headroom. It is not next month. So what tells you this has moved to the next stage? 5 things. Whether per city active fleet counts get published, whether the safety driver region converts to fully driverless, whether any city other than Austin grows its fleet, whether vehicle counts move after the next FSD version ships, and whether Cybercab actually enters service. To answer the question, Tesla Robotaxi has already started in multiple cities. Approved territory and regulatory headroom are genuinely expanding. But the challenge right now is not adding approvals. It is turning a small working operation into a repeatable business. Do not watch the number 5,000. Watch what 20 becomes. That is all for today. If this video was useful, a like really helps. I post new videos here regularly, and if you follow along, you will have most of what matters about Tesla covered. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. Thank you for watching, and let us keep enjoying life with Tesla.
Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.